Okay, I will share a lot of stories today, talk one or two stories, and then we'll draw from those stories. But this is the place I want to start. There is nothing that is either good or bad. Nothing in life is either good or bad. But our thinking is what makes them so. Nothing is good and nothing is bad. I think that statement was credited to William Shakespeare. He said there is nothing in life that is either good or bad. But our thinking makes them so. It is our thinking that makes something either to be good or either to be bad. Our thinking, our thoughts and our feelings about our capacity also is what determines the outcomes we have in life. So if somebody is good or somebody is bad in the sense of productivity, it's not that that person is good or that person is bad. If an individual is performing at a very high level in life, it's not necessarily that that individual is good, and it's not necessarily that the individual is bad if it's not performing well. So no matter where anybody is today, whether up there or down there, it's neither good nor bad. It is their thinking that makes them so. The people that are the wealthiest people on earth today is not because of necessarily the family they were born into. Even though we have nature and nurture, impact to life. And that also we boil down to the kind of character that this thing built in the people, the philosophy that the people developed while they were growing up. So all of these things still boil down to the mentality of that individual. So whatever I'm doing today is not that I'm better than you. I was talking to a group of young people over the weekend, and I told them, and I meant every word that I told them. I told them that they have the capacity to perform better than I have done or I will ever perform. And that's what I told them. And I went further that cannot be realized in their life until they come to the point where they believe the ability that they have within themselves. I told my personal story, having a chat with one of my mentors. And then while I listened to his story, I saw the struggles that he had prior to his success. And then comparing where I was and where he was, as at that period he was having those struggles, I saw that I have comparative advantage over him. So I convinced myself that I would perform better. Irrespective of what I was passing through, I had to convince myself that I have comparative advantage than this my mentor, which means overtaking is allowed, that I'm going to overtake. And that I believed that within myself. I believed it. So for us to perform and have good results, we must come to the point where we have convinced ourselves that we have the capacity to do those things. When we go to the history of creation, even in Genesis, God just looked at the earth according to the record, and it was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. He determined that he's going to make a difference. That's how I want to see that story. He looked at it and said, I'm going to make a difference. Irrespective of what is on ground, I will make a difference. And he went on and made the difference that we can see today. He believed that he could do it, and he did it. And as you follow that story, if you come to verse 26, he now decided to make human beings that will be exactly like him. Let us make man in our own image, after our likeness, such that they will have authority. They will be responsible to the earth, which means he made us in his image. Meaning that we have his nature. We have his ability inherent in us. Why am I going this way? Why I'm going this way is until we'll come to the point where we have clearly defined and chosen what to believe about ourselves, we will not be able to achieve much. Anybody that has achieved anything great in life had a conviction, a clear conviction about what he or she believes about himself. If you go to the same Genesis, when God visited Abraham and Sarah, then Abraham has passed the age of childbirth. Sarah, the wife, has also passed the age of childbirth. He told them that by this time next year, I'm going to make Sarah have a child. And then Sarah laughed. He now turned and said, I am the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me? That statement is instructive for me. Many a times we ask ourselves, what can I do? God doesn't think in that pattern. He said, your thought is not my thought, neither my ways are your ways. The way we think is not how he thinks. He doesn't think of what can I do. He thinks of what can't I do. That is, we should come to the point where we so much believe in our ability that we'll be asking, is there anything in this world that I cannot do? Instead of asking, is there anything in this world that I can do? You are looking for what to do. No, I'm looking for what I can't do. For the fact that I'm not doing it today doesn't mean that I cannot do it. It's because I've not made up my mind to do it. He said, whosoever that shall say to this mountain, be thou removed and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart. He said, the person will have that mountain move. You will have it move. If you set your mind and believe in what you have set your mind to achieve, without doubt, you will achieve it. He also asked Jeremiah, is there anything too hard for the Lord to do? You see, that's how God thinks. And now he told us in the book of Psalms that you are gods. All of you that are children of the Most High, you are gods. So we should begin to think positively about ourselves. Let's not be asking the question, what can I do? What can't you do? The Bible says, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. It means that we can do all things. We can do all things. The only difference there is when the thing you are intending to do is going to hurt the life of another person. That is the one I can tell you that my counsel will not back you. But anything you are doing that will promote the life of other people, you can do. The summary of this conversation, like I said, that our thoughts, our feeling is what makes us who we are. If you think you can, then you can. If you think you can't, then you can't. And when I told myself that I have the capacity to do better than this person that I'm listening to, did it just stop there? No. I went further to begin to clearly state my value and my priorities in life, and made sure that the things I will be doing on a daily basis will align to the value systems that I have come to believe. There's no individual that doesn't have a value system that will achieve anything. One of the greatest ranking value system that anybody can adopt is the value system of honesty, peace. These are ranking value system that anybody as you set and pursue them. Have you not observed, including those that are achieving success on the negative? It is according to their value system. And they don't care what you believe about them. But it's quite unfortunate, we that are in this other side, we're not even confident of our value systems. A little thing, the person will want to hide his identity. A little thing, you cannot achieve anything by that. You see people that are promoting all of the negative things in life. They are proud of who they are. But you call yourself a child of God, but you're not proud of who you are. For us to achieve greatness in life, what we think about ourselves matters. What do you think about yourself? Jesus will always say, as long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. That's what he thinks about himself. He doesn't care your opinion about him. Opinion of others, they are immaterial. Your opinion about yourself is what counts the most. Who do you think you are? Let's begin to work on ourselves. Is there anything that I cannot do? Let's be asking ourselves, what can't I even do in this life? I'm still thinking, I'm asking myself this question. What is it that I can't do? There are several things that I was told that I'm not able to do before, but I've done most of them. There are many things people told me that, young man, you can't do this thing. What changed? The only thing that changed is the belief, the conviction I developed about myself. The deficiencies we have today, they are not real. They are not actual limitation. The real limitation is what you believe about yourself. Go and check the great achievers. People like Albert Einstein. A time came, you knew when he began to speak, when he began to put sentences together, not like every other child, but he died a genius. What happened? Along the line in his life, he had a different belief and perspective about himself. Let's go in there. Check our inner self. Bring out that ability that is in us. It is in you. Bring it out. All it will take to become a champion in life is inside of you. Search inside. You are created in the image of the creator of the ends of the earth. And by the law of source, a product derives its value from the manufacturer. If you know who made a device, that is what gives value to the device. Go and check Bugatti, Ferrari, and all of those gadgets. They derive their value from their maker. Who is your maker? If the day you discover who your maker is, or have you ever seen any individual that put up a device into the market without testing those devices? For the fact that he sent me here on earth, he has tested me and he has seen the capacity that I carry, and that's why I am here to solve a problem. We are all here in a mission, and as we conceive this in our hearts, believing that there is no limitation, nothing is stopping us, nothing is going to stop us. Thank you and God bless you. Let's just bow down our heads.